So I moved to IG a while ago, but it occurred to me that I really hadn't updated my YouTube in over a year, so I decided I would do that today. So this is some of the succulents and cacti and cuttings and some sand that I'm growing. My handle on IG is at the gardeners, same as it is here. So most of my plants that I have in pots are out on the front patio porch. Some of these little guys will come inside. The citrus will all come inside for the winter. Next year I'll have some of them planted out. So this is looking kind of bad because it hadn't been getting enough water. But a while ago, a couple of years ago, I planted some creeping thyme and it has flourished. I have taken it back and had to cut it back several times. I gotta harvest this rosemary. So anyway, let's look at the front, see if anything's changed since last time you guys had an update. So I have a tiger fig planted right there. Not looking real great since I transplanted him, so we'll just have to see. There's still the zatar, and there's a fern leaf lavender, some blackberries. All of this is watermelon. There's a bunch of blueberries. Let's see, one there, and there's some Joan J raspberries here. And I think that's actually one too. It's kind of cool this morning. It just depends on, how late or early our frost comes. If we get a late frost, I'll have some watermelon still good. So that's my stevia. It's gone to seed. I've harvested it for the season and dried a bunch. This is my anniversary rose. It's like red and orange and beautiful. I still have some jalapenos. You can see the red ones. Green and red jalapenos coming in. Nothing real different here, except that just the irises are here and I've yanked out everything else. I've got a pink flowered lavender that's gotten huge. That's a gumi that I finally got, and it was just a stick. This is the first year it really just kind of went gangbusters and grew. This blueberry really wasn't doing too good because of the deer. It kept coming and eating all of it. That's another blueberry that's looking okay. Dahlias are looking nice. That's a peach tree. I may or may not keep it. It depends what color the blossoms are. I'm trying to get a particular colored blossom that my neighbors have. So I took one of the seedlings from under their tree. So we'll see. That is a Rosa rugosa. I yanked the one out that was here a couple years ago. This one's a pink version. That should give good rose hips next year. It was just a little stick this spring. It's put on a lot of growth. Variegated Artemisia is looking good. I've cut it back a couple times already this year, but it just keeps on going. We've got sweet potatoes, but these are a type of bunching sweet potato, really. Like the vines will spread a little, but they don't go like the purple did that one year. And all the potatoes should be pretty much right under the root. That is my Nana's black-eyed Susans. I just threw the seed out here thinking it wouldn't take because I tried for years to get it to take and it wouldn't. And then all of a sudden it did, so it's kind of cool. This is a Petite Negra fig. This is actually only year 2. It's called Petite Negra because it stays at about between 3 and 5 feet tall. It doesn't get any bigger. So this guy's ready to eat. I'll go ahead and eat him. So this is the middle. See how red it is? Beautiful pink red. Color, just gorgeous. I yanked out the elderberries that were here, and I got another black leafed. I think it's called Black Tower, maybe elderberry. That I'm gonna put right here, and I'm actually gonna bury some potatoes in this front bed because the mulch is about 6 inches thick. And I'm in 7B8. Growing regular potatoes here is really hard. I have yet to figure out the good way to do it, and neither has anybody else that lives around here as far as I can tell. The Nanking cherry is doing fine. The wild cherry got attacked by boars and looks like poo, but it has sent up some suckers from the bottom, so I'll probably cut the main stem this winter, and then hopefully it'll come back. blackberries everywhere, fire ants everywhere. The mallow just kind of barely hung on this year, and I'm not really sure why I did so poorly, but this sweet potatoes are doing pretty good. There's a big mix of sweet potatoes and sorry, I'm trying to eat and talk, and blackberries right here that look great. That's my Carolina spice bush. I yanked out the hibiscus because I don't like it, but this viburnum family top bush, no idea what it's called anymore, is still hanging in. Should actually get berries, I just don't know what it's called anymore. That is some wintergreen scented mint tied in with some old Shasta daisies I need to cut down. So right here used to be a mulberry tree. We yanked it up because it wasn't doing anything. I'm gonna put an almond or a apple tree here, and then I kept this pomegranate. So let's go over here to try and walk the rest of the way. So we're gonna dig up this area right here, and I'm gonna try and seed it with some primrose, Dame's Rocket. I would like to get some honeyberries just as an experiment, but I can't afford them right now, so we'll just have to wait. This peach tree is losing its leaves rather early this year. These are my pink lemonade blueberries. They have really sprung up since probably the last time I did a YouTube video, and the Turk's cap has taken over the small area. I did take out a lot of the spiderwort that was right here because it was just choking out everything else. And I've got some purple yacon growing back here, and I do try to keep the strawberries from going past this little path right here. So in this path we've got violets on this other side here, and some society garlic, some old onions, some lemon balm. Turmeric's starting to turn for the year. I'm going to yank some of that up, put it into some lemon and honey jars, and that stuff's great for the winter. It wouldn't be a video if the train didn't come, right? Hydrangea's had its day. The aronia berry actually put out some berries and leaves, but the heat kind of got to it too, so there's not one lone pomegranate. There were a lot of pomegranate blossoms, but they have dropped. This is like that big. I can't wait to dig up these sweet potatoes. So I have some dahlias. The tubers are edible, so at least the varieties. I mean, they're all edible. Some just taste better than others. So that's with garlic. It really didn't go anywhere. That's echinacea. Kind of died down. These are some green chilies. I don't know. They grew kind of weird this year. I can't really figure it out. Another sweet potato. Sage looks kind of sad. Like, it looked great a few days ago, and now it's all dried up and crappy. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. I'm gonna water it really good today. But you can see I got tons of watermelon coming in. As long as that frost just hangs off until maybe November, we should be good. Alright, so that's all of the front. And of course, I don't think last time that I did a video, I had this Rising Sun red bed. The reason it's called Rising Sun is because most of the tips look like that throughout most of the year. When it cools off, they go all green like this, and then they drop. So, also, I dug everything out of the circle bed except my grandmother's rose, and so I'm gonna try to put poppies and bachelor buttons in the front of this. I have tried poppies so many years and failed because I live in 7B8 zone, and it's just hot and they just don't grow. So over here I've got some special seeds. We'll talk about that later when and if they come up. Over here I have some blue camas bulbs, so those are edible and they should pop up. Those are a Native American, like, old time edible. So we'll see how this goes. But that's it for the front. I'm about to do the north bed.